Alright, so I haven't really talked about music too in depth in a while. So I figured today I would talk about six of my biggest hip hop influences. Um, Hip hop has been very important in my life for a very long time. And recently, I guess within maybe like the last 5 years or so, I've really been um, starting to understand, some of the effects that it's, or some of the influence, or a lot of the influence that it's had on me, and particularly these six artists. So the first artist I'm gonna talk about is Nas. Now, ugh, man, it's an ant. All right, now Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. Nas would be my pick for greatest rapper of all time. I don't think it's close, but that's a discussion for another time. Uh, so the thing that I feel uh, about Nas that has influenced me is in the aspect of knowledge. You know, I'm real big on learning, and the thing about Nas is all throughout his discography, all throughout his bars, he's essentially dropping knowledge, bro, and not even just like common knowledge. He's to the point where it's, man, I don't even when you start off from Illmatic all the way down to the Magics and the King's diseases, he's always mentioning something. I remember on the Untitled album, he mentioned Ivan von Sertima, which is a author. You know what I'm saying? I had to look him up and to see what he was all about. Like, the thing with Nas is he always drops these jewels or these gems that make me want to go look up what he's talking about. See, the thing with Nas, where the influence is, I think listening to Nas made me want to get smarter so I could really understand what he was talking about. So anytime he would mention something that I wasn't familiar with, I would literally go look it up. I go to Google, look it up, and I see if he referenced the book. I see about it. I don't know if I'm not gonna sit here and act like I read everything he's ever recommended, but I would say a lot of the things that he's mentioned, or some of the things he's mentioned, I've definitely looked up and like taken upon myself to become further acquainted with. And one of the biggest things in my life is learning. So an artist that makes me want to learn, it's gonna have a huge influence over me. What's up, yo? This is Next Day Nate checking in. I wanted to chime in a little bit on the video. I want to make sure that all my points are coming across clear, and I'm getting, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of getting, making sure there's clarity on what I'm talking about, because, this video is kind of important, you know what I'm saying, that it being, artists that influenced and inspired me. So one thing about Nas that I want to make sure was very clear is that aside from Nas being book smart and me wanting to learn more from that aspect, it was also just the life lessons that Nas was giving out throughout his 30-year career. I just feel like, man, I learned so much about life, which sounds so crazy because it's crazy to me, but it also speaks to how much of a tool hip hop can be, if you know what I'm saying, if used correctly. Because Nas has given me more game, more life lessons, if I'm being quite frank, than a lot of people in my life. You know, I haven't. Not everybody has those big homies or like those people that'll take you and sit you down and be like, hey, bro, this is how it's gonna go. This is, what I'm saying, it kind of give you the blueprint of life. And I've been fortunate to be around some great people, but I would be lying if I said that that was the case for me. That people were sitting me down and like giving me a lot of, a lot of those lessons and stuff. So I really leaned into music. And at the time when I was listening to Nas in my late teens, like probably like my junior year of high school on till now, like it was preparing me for a time that I didn't even know was coming. A lot of my personal issues and personal struggles came in my 20s, and I'm grateful that Nas was. I'm grateful that I was able to, use some of the game that Nas was giving out. And apply it to my own life. Like you take out like songs like, The Life We Chose. He had a line in what was it? Was it Street Dreams? I think it was Street Dreams. He had a line that really stuck out to me for a long time, and it really like changed my life. Right? I ain't gonna bullshit you. Changed my perspective. He was like, the street raised me up, giving a fuck. I thought Jordans and a gold chain was living it up. I don't. I feel like that line resonates with who that resonates with, and at the time when I heard it, it did something to me, bro. Like, and he has tons of those, tons of those lines, man. And like I said, man, it's almost like having, a big homie, a big brother. Somebody who's sitting you down and like giving you game. And not just talking to you, not just giving you it from like a glorification standpoint, or just making it seem like it's all glitz and glamour and shit. He's really like breaking it down. Like, you can go this route, and there is some, some fame, some glory going down this way, but there's also pain down here. There's also loss. There's also grief. And it not only did it help me, like it really helped my friend group at the time, man. And it kept us out of, away from, didn't keep us all the way out of trouble, but it kept us from, from kind of going too, it kept us away from certain things, and it made you like, because it's crazy how never meeting a person, but like just have how we can have an effect and just that level of respect. And it's always like, yo, hey, bro, don't forget, remember what Nas be saying, bro, like, and we'll use that as like yeah, you right too, bro, like. So like I say, man, these ain't just for me, bro. These ain't just rap lyrics, bro. These ain't even just rap artists, man. It's real. It's real life. It's real life. And then next I want to talk about Tupac and Tupac's influence on me. So for the longest, Pac was my favorite rapper, until I had to come to the realization that it was Nas by a long shot. But the thing about Pac and Pac's influence on me was Pac's influence over me, or to me, was on an emotional level, especially speaking on his Me Against the World album, where I feel like he expressed so many different emotions, a wide expanding range of emotions that normally black men don't get a chance to express. And this is the 90s, bro. This is in 95, and he's, dealing with all of these emotions. And at the time, he was maybe 23, 24 when he was making that album. And even before that, man, the thing with Pac, man, Pac, every version of Pac that we've ever seen, at least in my opinion, was mostly believable. Like I think at the times when he was on his thug shit, or the times he was, you know what I'm saying, being the revolutionary or being in love, I really do believe he like wholeheartedly felt all those real emotions and things like that. I feel like that was a part of his character, um, which was like to really feel things really deeply. And I've noticed that over the years that I've watched him and listened to him, and it's been very awakening. I think is the word I would use. It's been very awakening to kind of realize, especially in a time where, what I'm saying, everybody still doesn't get a chance to express their true emotions. To have somebody like Pac at the level he was at and going through what he was going through, still be able to express those emotions freely, feel comfortable or uncomfortable, but still expressing them. It that shit was, man, that was crazy to me. So that's been a very big influence over me, and it's kind of gotten me to be more comfortable with my emotions. You know what I'm saying? All little ones, all across the entire board, not just the ones that I want to be comfortable with, the ones that are uncomfortable to live in. You know what I'm saying? To uncomfortable to sit in.
All right, back again. Next day, Nate. And two things I want to talk about, or I want to add on to Tupac and his influence on me. I notice, like, when we have conversations about Pac, or conversation comes up about Tupac and how authentic, you know what I'm saying, his gangster persona was. I think while I get, you know what I'm saying, the criticism, because there are throughout Pac. One thing about it, Pac's life is very, very documented, from as a kid to up until like his death. So his life is very public, very documented. So throughout that, you see very conflicting personalities with Pac. Like you'll see the thug shit from like just him just spitting on, you know what I'm saying, the news reporters, or you'll see him even up until the surveillance videos in Las Vegas. Like you'll see him doing gangster shit, and then you'll see 17-year-old Pac speaking the way he was speaking about the things he was talking about. You know what I'm saying, and the thing is, man, and I understand people's, you know what I'm saying, critique and criticism of it. The thing that I just don't, and maybe I'm into it too far, because like I said, I've been studying Pac for a long time, so I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying, and I understand that everybody might not be as invested, but what I do feel like is people aren't being, you know what I'm saying, realistic just about like the wide gamut of emotions that people are able to express. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time and the place, at the time and space where he was at in certain moments, why is that not who he was in that moment? And what if it contradicts a previous moment a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, a couple years ago? Like we're not above contradicting ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like we have conflicting emotions that come out when they come out, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that later on in life things happen that make you become a certain way. Or my thing with Pac, I really think a lot of times he was able to he was able to adapt to whatever situation he was in, because you know what I'm saying, speaking to like that Dear Mama documentary, from Hulu, that I highly recommend. You know what I'm saying? He's had to be that, like from living in New York City to living in Baltimore, living in Marin City, to moving to Oakland, to moving throughout the industry, to going to jail. Like there's a lot of different environments that Pac had to be in, where you kind of gotta play different roles when you in Baltimore, and you can and your home life is a lot different from, you know what I'm saying, studying at the Baltimore School of Performing Arts. So you're two totally different people. And then once you go from there to going to, you know what I'm saying, public housing in one of the richest counties in California, you know what I'm saying? There you see wealth here, but you know you still live in poverty right here. Like a lot of that shit does a lot to you. You know what I'm saying? And to me, bro, like I said, man, he I just felt like he was real authentic with a lot of his emotions. And I think that plays into the emotional intelligence that I'm learning about now. And I really think Pac was a I think you know I think Pac was a proponent of that. I think Pac showed a lot of emotional intelligence. He just lacked a lot of emotional discipline. I think the difference between the intelligence versus the discipline part, the intelligence is knowing, is having the ability to express those emotions, to know there's more emotions than just happy, sad, anger, and things like that. There's a wide range of emotions that you can tap into and knowing what they are. The discipline part comes in knowing when to express them, having the wherewithal, the sensibilities to not, you know what I'm saying, show them in certain areas because you know how it could affect you or affect the people around you. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the times, but that comes with the discipline part comes with, you know what I'm saying, it comes with time. And you know what I'm saying, Pac died at 25, bro, so there wasn't much time for him to learn all this stuff on top of learning all of the things that he was learning and being a part of the industry that he was a part of, and being catapulted into like superstardom, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of grace, you know what I'm saying, that I afford Pac with, you know what I'm saying, being young and him being in the precarious position that he was put in. But I also understand that everybody's not going to be that lenient. Some people are just going to say, oh, this guy's a fake. Oh, he's this, he's that. He's a ballet. Oh, he's, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing that I'm really like harping on the older I get is some people get it, some people don't. Can't really push people into seeing things that they don't want to see. Is perfectly fine. Um, yeah, man.
And then I think the next artist I think is a relatively new artist. Well, not really new. It's been about a decade at this point. But Joey Badass. Joey Badass. Man, Joey Badass has influenced me on a spiritual level, bro. Just and mind you, man, the thing about influence, man, it can come from anywhere and from any. That turtle scared the shit out of me. Look at that. That turtle scared the shit out of me. Oh man, I love nature. That turtle scared the shit out of me, bro. Now he hiding the shit now. But the thing about influence, man, that shit can come from anywhere and anybody. And Joey being younger than me, it was something that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh man, one of the young boys, they could actually, you know what I'm saying, teach you something, which was dope. Sorry, I'm trying to look out, make sure I don't want to be the weirdo talking to myself in the camera and everything, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, witnessing him and the whole Pro Era crew early on, like with the things that they were talking about, I mean, it was freaking, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. I remember just wanting to be on that wavelength, you know what I'm saying, that thought process, that thought pattern that them young boys was on, man. And it was so inspiring, because man, around the time I was listening to them, like I was still living in, you know what I'm saying, where I grew up at, and there was just a, a stagnant, you know, something stagnant about where I was at that moment in life. You know what I'm saying, at that moment in time. And when I would step outside, excuse me, I'm gonna trip and die. And when I would step outside, I would still see that, you know what I'm saying, still see everybody doing the same old things and saying the same old things and all of the stuff like that. So listening to Joey and them was really expanding my mind and expanding my conscience, bro. And I know that might sound a little crazy, but or a little weird, but that's really what it was. It was introducing a lot of new ideas and a lot of new thought patterns, you know what I'm saying, into my way of being. And that has translated, you know what I'm saying, into like the path that I'm on now. And it's really interesting because I knew the person that I wanted to be. I just needed a little help, you know what I'm saying, getting there. And it was great to find Joey at the time that I found him. Him and the whole pro era, because I don't want to leave them boys out. It was great to find them, because it was like, damn, there's also other people that are also, you know what I'm saying, from similar places or from similar backgrounds that see, you know what I'm saying, there's something bigger, you know what I'm saying, at play here, and trying to tap into that. So they kind of like really influenced me on like a spiritual level to you know what I'm saying, to get closer to the essence. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying.
Yo, back again. All right, so when it comes to Joey, I wanna clarify what I kind of mean by the essence, right? I really do mean like uh Joey and the whole pro era and just that whole movement too. I don't want to also leave out, but more so Joey, because Joey was for me, was the main person I was tapped into. But like that whole Beast Coast movement, including the underachievers, a lot of them really just helped me like get back in tune with the higher power. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put a name on anything. You know what I mean? Because I'm still on that journey, and I'm still learning a lot, and you know what I'm saying, taking in a lot of different a lot of different information, as far as, you know what I'm saying, that goes. But he really helped me, like brought me back to that relationship, because just growing up and just before, you know what I'm saying, before tapping in and listening to Joey and them, I had a real disdain with kind of organized religion. And I'm kind of now like getting out of it, because I'm starting to understand that my issues with my issues weren't with the religious part. It was the proponents of the religion. It was the people. You know what I'm saying? I didn't agree with how people were carrying out, you know what I'm saying, certain aspects of their religion. And there were still parts that I still didn't agree with, things that I would hear, or things that I would read, or things that I would come across that just didn't make sense with me. You know what I'm saying? They kind of went against how I personally felt. You know what I'm saying? Which might sound sacrilegious or whatever, but it is what it is. And what Joey, man, Joey helped me realize, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that a lot of that spirituality and a lot of that connecting to the higher power, a lot of that really does come from within, like on the inside. Like there's tons of religions I've been digging into that really speak to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that coming from within. You know what I'm saying? And Joey introduced me to just that way of thinking that got me to go down these paths. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's talking about chakras, whether it's talking about meditation, whether it's talking about reaching that Christ conscience. You know, a lot of that really started with Joey and Pro Era, and I wanna make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that I you know what I'm saying, I give credit, because I used to think like a lot of that really only came from the church. Like I thought I thought the only access to the higher power was through the church or through, you know what I'm saying, other people, you know what I'm saying. And once I found somebody that was like, nah, you can tap into it on your own, go down your own journey. Just, you know, you have to. The thing that I'm learning a lot, man, is there's always convenient ways to get to wherever you want to get to, but there's things you sacrifice. Like there's a convenient way to get to spirituality and religion, and well, the convenient way to get to spirituality is religion. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with, you know what I'm saying, being beholden to people who might not necessarily uphold, you know what I'm saying, certain morals and certain values that you have. So it's on you to be like, man, let me take this journey myself. You know what I'm saying? Read these texts for what they are, instead of, because you start to realize um a lot of this stuff is really people's interpretations. Like, so it kind of gets crazy. And then, but just digging in deeper and doing the work yourself, you know what I'm saying, along with learning about these things, also comes learning about a lot of things within yourself. And I really want to highlight that Joey Pro Era, you know what I'm saying, the underachievers, like a lot of those guys really helped me along that journey, man. And I'm grateful 100%.
And they also, and this also goes alongside partially with the next guy I'm gonna mention, which is ASAP Rocky. Both of them, like both of their collective groups, really inspired me. Like the and ASAP Mob and Pro Era and Wu Tang for that matter too. Um, they really inspired me on what like a collective of friends could actually be and what they could actually do. You know what I'm saying? I had my unit, man, my gang, my boys, my duns at the, you know what I'm saying, at that 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, around that time, man. And when I tell you that was all we was bumping, bro, and just the camaraderie that we seen from all three of those cliques, bro, was something that, you know what I'm saying, we implemented in our group. Whether it was, you know, we added the handshakes, we was, you know, it taught us to speak better to each other. You know what I'm saying, through ASAP, and then we was calling each other Lord, like we were calling, you know what I'm saying, we had a way of talking to recognize that, you know what I'm saying, the love and the respect, you know what I'm saying, that was there. And just it those groups just really showed me, when you locked in all of together, you know what I'm saying, the things that you can actually accomplish. And with Rocky specifically, and where Rocky's influence on me was most impactful at, was the creativity side. You know what I'm saying? I'll never let anybody say nothing crazy about Rocky, bro, because, you know what I'm saying, Rocky is one of the most creative hip hop artists that not even just one of the most creative artists that we've been, you know what I'm saying, come across, man. Like from his albums, to his way of dressing, to his music videos, bro, his whole style, bro, like everything about it is just it's actually, I mean, like really dope to see. I got a homeboy, my homie Rashard. He reminds me a lot of ASAP Rocky, to where they just like just effortlessly, you know what I'm saying, just cool, bro. Like they just have that cool that's in them, you know what I'm saying? That's something, that taste, you know what I'm saying? That thing that I respect so much. Is just something that it's not really forced or anything. It's just really just them being them, you know what I'm saying? And it comes off a certain way, to where it's like, damn, that's dope, but it just seems mad effortless. and with that, just it just raised my creativity level. So like I do, what I'm saying, photography, videos here and there, and shit like that, and it just inspires me. What it does is it just changes. When I watch like an ASAP Rocky video, it just changes my eye. You know what I'm saying? It makes me look at, yeah, maybe you can, the next time you do this, maybe you can do it this way, or maybe you can do it that way. You know what I'm saying? The the it's just a creative thing, man, that really opened up, what I'm saying, listening to Rocky, and just what I'm saying, taking in his his vision, bro, cuz that's really what what I've been influenced by as of late. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking hella looking forward to his new album to continue to inspire me on a creative level. Then the next artist I want to talk about Vince Staples. Man, Vince has been uh, a overall, well, just more on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? Vince has, like, I don't necessarily know how to explain it. I really just appreciate the mind. You know what I'm saying? That Vince that you know what I'm saying, that Vince has, and Vince is my current favorite rapper right now, and he's been that for probably about, I guess, the last, since, shit, I don't even know, maybe since definitively, maybe since uh Prima Donna, I want to say. I think since Prima Donna, he's probably been my favorite. You know, and just like, man, just like watching the interviews, man, watching the way his brain it's the mindset about it. I think, man, just watching how his brain thinks, and it's all of these. The thing about all of these guys is it's all effortlessly. Nothing about it seems forced, in my opinion. It's really just who they are. It's really just their being. You know what I'm saying? And just with Vince, man, his personality, bro, is just mad interesting to me, bro. His I don't, y'all know Vince, bro. I mean, well, y'all don't know him, but, well, we don't know him, but y'all, if y'all seen the interviews, y'all get what I'm saying.
I just wanted to add a few things about Vince. I think the fact that he's such an abstract thinker, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of something that I admire. You know, I admire people that are critical thinkers. I admire people who don't really conform to like what everybody else is doing or what everybody else is saying. Not necessarily a contrarian, like somebody who just goes against the grain to go against the grain. Somebody that genuinely doesn't understand why all of you are walking down here when there's another path to walk. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Vince does that a lot just by like his observation and just some of the questions that he asks. And if you ever like watch his interviews and just his take on things, always uh is always, especially to the interviewer, comes out of left field. Like, what did you think about that? When it's like, when you're a when you're not beholden to other people's opinions and you can just like literally like freely think for yourself, you come across these, you know what I'm saying, these sort of thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And it just reminds me, you know what I'm saying, about the fifth agreement, which is always be skeptical but listen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you just gotta ask more questions. Like there's just things that we kind of accept as fact when knowingly that's fact and it's truth. When knowing, you know what I'm saying, like they might not. It's just more convenient, you know what I'm saying. I always bring it back to convenience. It's just more convenient to like act to go to the path of least resistance. But once you start going down the rabbit hole and asking certain questions, and you start realizing, man, these people don't even know what they're talking about, or these people are just regurgitating the same old things without even ever having the thought that, hey, I wonder if this is true. We just kind of go and see things as fact, and it's a weird, you know what I'm saying? It's a weird little, you know what I'm saying, dynamic that I recognize in people, and it's cool to listen to somebody and hear somebody and see somebody um that also kind of sees it that way. And like I said, it translates very well into the music. You know what I'm saying? And it just it resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, his music personally resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? A lot, from just his background and where he came from and things like that. A lot of it kind of speaks to myself and to the people that I grew up with and some of the things that I've come across throughout my life. So a lot of it resonates with me. And I also would say that Vince has a certain sense of contentment, you know what I'm saying, and a certain acceptance with life that I value a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's like this never ending, you know what I'm saying, never ending chase that we're all supposed to be on. Like we're all just supposed to continue just to chase things up until the day we die. Like I am 1000% against that, bro. Like, and it's very much so more apparent. Like I say, man, all of this shit takes work. A lot of mirror work, a lot of work on yourself. And once you start realizing like the things that you actually want in life, rather than the things you're told you're supposed to want, you know what I'm saying? That's when life kind of starts working in your favor. And then you stop chasing things that don't necessarily serve the purpose that you think they serve or you're told that they serve. Like, would you be chasing these things if these things weren't marketed to you? You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain, with breaking out of that cycle comes a sense of learning what you actually want and what you actually like. And for a lot of people, man, it doesn't even take that much to achieve the things that you want to achieve. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the contentment and the acceptance of just how, you know, just life, bro. You kind of got to let it one, it's going to be what it's going to be. Like there's no point in, you know what I'm saying, in bucking against, you know what I'm saying, the way life is going to be. So it's more so in your favor to work with it and not really, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying be complicit in anybody taking advantage of you or no shit like that. The point of is to recognize when you're being taken advantage of and knowing, oh damn, this dude trying to manipulate me or this woman is trying to manipulate me. So let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? It's a and all of that comes with once you kind of break out of that you know what I'm saying, that little cycle that you in. And like I said, Vince is one of those where you can tell like he's just a critical, free, abstract thinker, bro. Where it's like, yeah, I hear what you saying, but I ain't really going for that. You know what I mean? And that's something that even prior to Vince, I was on. But like the same thing with Joey, like seeing somebody going down the same path that you going is very much so reaffirming. You know what I'm saying? It lets you know, like I said, man, it lets you know that you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Out here in your way of thinking and your way of being, because it's a weird path, because it's not. I don't think it's a lot of us, but once you find one, especially in the entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying. It's a gem. It's a real
I
gem.
think one of the things that he's really something that he said that has really affected me is when he talks about like consuming art and not judging it on a good or a bad scale, like calling something trash or calling something whack or calling something bad, instead of just saying that this wasn't for me. Like it's fine if you didn't enjoy it, but like there's no point to downplay it or put it down or call it trash or call it garbage. Like if you like it, that's cool. If you didn't like it, that's also cool. Like at the end of the day, bro, when it comes to, there's a transaction that has to happen with creators. with creators and consumers, bro. You know what I'm saying? These people are using these creative means to, you know what I'm saying, to feed themselves and feed their families. And it's okay if you don't like it, bro. There's nothing wrong with you not liking it. But you getting on your platform, shitting on it, and essentially swaying people not to listen or to not buy it or not check it out, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to more so understand that because we kind of treat entertainers and artists as like something like outside of or something different from us when they're not. They're just, you know what I'm saying, they're just they just openly create rather than most people who openly consume. You know, that's the only difference. But they're not any less of humans. They're not better than us or they're not less than us. They are who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, put a lot of things in perspective when it comes to consuming art, bro. I don't really I don't really try to downplay nobody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't like something, that's fine. I don't really make any posts about it. I don't talk about things that I don't like. I try not to, at least. I try to be very mindful about talking about things or not talking about things that I don't like, especially, you know what I'm saying, in the frame of like when it comes to like art and artists and stuff like that. I try not to. I only wanna, you know what I'm saying, big up things that I actually rock with. So I feel like that's something that kind of helped get reinforced, you know what I'm saying, through watching a lot of Vince interviews. And the last artist I want to talk about is Kendrick. It's so interesting because I started off really not being a fan of Kendrick. Like, this was maybe when Good Kid, Mad City. I really just didn't get I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily Good Kid, Mad City, but I just didn't get him. The voices and all of that stuff was really like not. It just wasn't clicking to me.
One thing, real quick, on Kendrick. When I talk about I didn't get it, I want to specify the fact that I also didn't really try to get it. Like, I didn't take the time out to dive into his discography or his music or anything I heard outside of the radio. Like, a lot of the only song prior to listening to I that I really heard was was uh was Swimming Pools, which was on the radio, and I didn't even. Shallowly, I guess I'll say shallowly listening to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hearing, why you made me sing only two. I'm not hearing. You know what I'm saying, that I'm not hearing it in the context and what it's supposed to be put in, and I think that speaks to a lot of like how a lot of people, or how you know what I'm saying, how people can be dismissive of artists and certain, and you know what I'm saying, in art. Like, we'll have a full judgment on an artist without even really giving them a chance. You know what I'm saying? Taking the time out to actually listen to, you know what I'm saying, their music and try to see if you can get their vision and things like that. And I understand that not everybody like that. You hear some people, man, you hear one thing one time and then you have a fully formed opinion, or what seems to be a fully formed opinion on that artist. You don't never need to hear nothing again. I admit that I was wrong about that. I dismissed a lot. I dismissed a lot of artists early on. Like, I dismissed Tyler the Creator early on. I dismissed Wiz Khalifa early on. Like, I dismissed a lot of artists because I had this idea of rap that I was into, that I enjoyed. And I mean, this is almost 10 years ago, bro. This is almost 10 years ago. Like, the taste of music that I had from early on, I thought was just the quote unquote right thing to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Or the thing, I was too beholden to, you know what I'm saying, the past music that I was listening to, and not being receptive to what other artists could actually offer. Like, there was a time when I started listening to Nas, that if you wasn't rapping like Nas, I was not listening to you. That's the thing with Wiz Khalifa. Like I wasn't trying to hear nothing if it wasn't lyrical, bro. If it wasn't, if you won't rapping like Nas, I'm not trying to hear that shit. And then it was like it got to the point where I'm hearing Wiz being played out in certain settings, and I'm like, damn, this shit kind of fire. But he ain't really talking about nothing. But he is talking about something. He's just not. There's different ways to experience and enjoy music outside of the way that I was comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? And none of this really kind of relates to Kendrick because Kendrick does, in my opinion, does everything, you know what I'm saying, at a very high level. And it took me sitting down and actually listening to, you know what I'm saying, his project all the way through to finally see like, oh no, I get it. And then retroactively listening to the songs that I dismissed and realize, he was talking that shit. He was snapping. You know what I'm saying? But I realize a lot of people don't really do that. A lot of people kind of form, or I'm not gonna say a lot. I realize that there are people out here that form an opinion and never lose it. I'm just happy that I'm no longer one of those people. You know, I give all artists, all creators, you know what I'm saying, their respect, you know what I'm saying, and because I know what goes into creating, you know what I'm saying, so I try to give artists their, you know what I'm saying, their respect. So you just want to clear it up real quick.
I didn't get it, you know what I'm saying, and it took to, I think I was the first Kendrick song that I really, okay, now I get it, you know what I'm saying. That's really what it was, and I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying, I'm starting to understand the theatrics more at that time, you know what I'm saying. Now I get it 100%. It's the, you know, it's fucking best thing ever. But back then I really didn't get it. So it's really interesting. Like I just didn't really start off as a gung ho Kendrick fan. But fast forward to now, bro. The music, bro, just for me, you know, it really just resonates with me, bro. Like the care that he puts into his music, the intent behind the music, it's very apparent. And the shit is just good, bro. It's the type of music that I've just come accustomed to. It's the type of music that I prefer. And I say that because it's the type of music that is helping me on a personal level. It's the type of music that's helping me with my personal growth. You know what I'm saying? And that's where Kendrick's influence has affected me is on a personal level, bro. Like listening and you know, bro, I was just listening to I in the car on the way here, and there's lines. There was a line that I didn't even catch. I've been listening to that song for almost 10 years now, and there was a line that I'm just now catching. You know what I'm saying? With the battle with the pressure with an automatic weapon, I'm gonna do it till I get it right. Like, don't call the ambulance. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker was really talking about, damn, that's crazy. And I really thought I had a real understanding of the song, and I got it, but just knowing that there's still more to catch. You know what I'm saying? There's still more to catch. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is the greatest album, not hip hop album, just the greatest album of all time, bro. There's just so much, so many layers. It's just like the ultimate collection of black culture, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, bro. So it's freaking amazing. Then you go on to just every album, bro, but just more so speaking to the last album, bro, like with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, bro, like there was just so much. Man, it was just so much on that album, bro, that just really resonated with me, bro. Like it's It's just like I said, I love learning. Learning is the biggest thing for me. And there's learning about history, which is cool and everything like that. But then there is learning about like how to cope with life. There's learning how to do better in life. There's learning about somebody's trials and tribulations and what they went through, and just helping you be more informed so you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, make those same mistakes. Or if you are trending down that path, knowing that I've gone through this path, or this person has gone through this path, and this is a way to, you know what I mean, this is how you can look at it, or this is a way, not even a way out of it, because you want it, so you got to go through it. But just knowing that there's somebody else who has walked through that path, and you know what I'm saying, they're giving you a light, you know what I'm saying, and helping you along the way through the music, man. That's what I love so much about what hip hop can be, bro, and what hip hop is, and the type of music that Kendrick makes is just that. Like I've gone through the vibe phases, I've gone through the gangster phases, I've gone through all of those. At this point, right now that I'm at in 2024, at 30 years old, I'm trying to hear shit to help me be a better human, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's nothing more than that, bro. I'm trying to hear shit that's gonna make me become a better person, bro. That's the type of music that I want to hear. I want to hear shit to challenge my perspective. I want to hear shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of music that I'm into, bro. And that's what Kendrick has been offering, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, his entire career, man. Like it's been great to witness, and I'm looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, the next phase of his career, and the next album, hopefully, and all of that stuff, man. But yeah, bro, those are 6 of my personal hip hop influences. I would love to hear, man, who were some of your hip hop influences, and I would love to hear if y'all even look at hip hop the same way I do, bro. Like as a tool, you know, as something that can offer, you know what I'm saying, a lot of personal growth, or something that can actually help you, rather than just something to, you know what I'm saying, just to, you know what I'm saying, vibe out to, or something like that, which ain't nothing wrong. I'm just looking for people that kind of see it, you know what I mean, the way I see it, so I can get some more recommendations on types of artists that offer those kind of tracks, you feel me? And like I just want to hear, man, how hip hop has helped people, bro. Like, cause a lot of the times I feel like hip hop might get a bad rap, or might not be represented in the best way. And I know how much hip hop has helped a lot of people. So I just love to hear those stories, and I would love to hear more of those stories. So, you know what I'm saying, if that's you, you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments or something like that, man. Other than that, I'm pretty much done. See y'all next time. Peace.